Florida as they walk forward with the advantage here. OG, low health, he's going to go down as well. And Florida Mayhem, we talked about that spark growing into a roaring flame. Well, I would say it's like, you know, pleasant fireplace at this point. It's more than a spark, but at least they got the control. Fairly soon, Jackie's going to have his rally. Florida not giving him a chance, so they're going into the sound barrier. There's a nice shatter too, and that's an easy cleanup for Florida. Like you mentioned, Monty, they have the ult advantage. They can just kind of walk in and do it.
Yeah, and what they were waiting for was BQB's Graviton Surge, and then they cover their approach, and the fact that they can just swing away freely with the Reinhardt because they have that sound barrier. Very clean play from the Florida Mayhem.
Yeah, they look great to take control of the point. They've muscled Dallas off of it anyway, and now they can use the ground. Can they kill OG? Oh, he's going to counter shatter onto Swan. Self-destruct block though, but note, that one goes through. 3K from the Diva ult on the Dallas side.
And Florida just is not striking quickly enough. They had a tries to poke out for just a little bit more ult percentage. The team is going to, on the other side, is just going to get those ults right back up and match you, and that's what happens for Dallas.
Sound very on and up of Florida anyway to push people back again. AKM getting close to another grab here too. BQB roasted, and Florida Mayhem pushed back, so finally, Dallas should get some control percent.
Yeah, and they are going to flip it here, and they are going to have an ultimate advantage for quite a while. Florida Mayhem.
Great shatter from Swan. The charge,
nice
he gets booped.
Away from Unko.
Unko lives. No, Swan gets him anyway. Florida turning this one around. At the end of the day, Note trying to do what he can. He's going to lose that back. Florida does flip the point back into their favor, but can they win the fight here?
I mean, BQB's still alive here with a lot of energy, about 50%. So they're trying to get it back. Sound barrier up so that they can just charge in.
OG backs off a little bit. They know they've got a slight amount of time. AKM kills BQB, and now Dallas striking back again at the last possible moment. They retake the point. Wow.
Swan's gonna come in. Hagapun now on the Tracer.
Lots of swaps. Oh, but the shatter comes in from OG once more. Try to make it out with that Sombra. BQB escapes, but not a lot of health remaining in Florida. Can't get back to it. It's gonna be Dallas taking the map.
Narrow.
He does get the primal rage. Zephyr really low in his mech though. Swan needs to stay alive more than anything. Here comes the self-destruct from Note. Ooh, it catches Zephyr actually. That's a problem. Now AKM full charge on this Zarya, and I don't think he's going to need to use the grab. He should not. Dallas have this point.
Yeah, they do. And this is the problem with not getting primal fast enough. As you can see, here is good.
Yeah. This grab almost gets eaten. Zephyr was standing right there. That doesn't matter though, because in the end, OGE just decides to kill everybody with a hammer. And both grabs eaten in the end, which is pretty funny. But Dallas Field crushed this point. Whoa, that was fast.
Lightning speed.
Like 6:07 on the clock or something like that.
Yeah, Dallas Field.
I thought he was dead for sure, man. EMP, is he gonna try it? No, not quite. OG does get stunned.
Uh-oh.
EMP does.
Can't ult.
Yeah, there's a hack there onto OG, and he cannot stay alive. Now Florida in prime position to try to take this one. They're gonna jump onto Unko. Easy kill there, as that Ana was separated from the rest of her team. Close her down as well, and that should be point day. AKM close to another EMP, but they've lost so many people already. I think maybe you just save that one for B, and yeah, they're gonna give that up. I think that's smart.
I think it's definitely smart to hold that. Question for Dallas Field is ball, but gonna fall pretty quickly.
He's trying to be the pendulum here, but I think it's only ticking towards Dallas' demise, although another big EMP comes out, and that grab does not get Florida anything. Dallas gets the respawns in, and OG even over on the Tracer right now. Hagoben takes him out anyway. But Dallas with a real chance here to turn this one around. Can't keep Zachary alive though. Florida once more swinging the momentum back into their favor. Dallas buys some time, but Florida do take the point.
And we've seen this style of composition before. Then we're looking at the Dallas
attacking first because they had a little bit less time in the time bank. Dallas Field trying to eat as much of that time bank up as they can here with the defense. Another hack from BQB this time on the AKM. Oh no, a little bit low here. Unko taken out. Dallas Field gets two, but they lose their Ana. That's a big piece. And now OG not really getting the healing he needs, and Florida's gonna be able to turn that into a kill in their favor.
And that's how it's supposed to work, Noah, but because Florida doubles back onto OG, who used his jump cooldown, he gets caught off on the side. Now it's 4 members of the Mayhem. They have the faster respawn, and it's only AKM there on the flank trying to get just a little bit more ult. And they're just going to give it up. I mean, they just retreat all the way back.
You can see how when Unko died in that fight, even though Dallas had the numbers. Yeah. Big EMP from AKM gets 4 members of Florida. OG, though, the first one to fall in this fight is Dallas. Takes one in return from BQB. Florida on the point right now, trying to get as much as they can. They've got the numbers advantage already. Dallas certainly coming out much worse than Florida in that affair. And oh boy, this is gonna be a real fast round, isn't it? AKM can't even get back to the point. 4 points already for Florida. Probably got moved towards the enemy team. Lucky he lived through that, actually. Oh, Swan, not so lucky as Note picks him out of the air. It's like the most deadly high five I've ever seen. Zephyr does manage to get some revenge on Unko here. Hagopin in a lot of trouble, has to pop that Transcendence just to stay alive, and it does help his team walk in for a team fight win. Dallas gonna go back to spawn.
Yeah, big stagger onto AKM2, gonna finish him off.
Yep. He's gonna lose all that charge as well.
Yeah, Unko.
Swan actually, whoa, that was weird,
What?
man. Florida kind of splitting themselves up. Grab comes in, that doesn't get Dallas a whole lot. Everything's kind of going a bit crazy right now. AKM down after he uses that grab. Zachary pops a rally, but there's nobody really around to benefit from that too much. That said though, BQB separated from his team. And Florida Mayhem, that had looked so tight so far in the defense, just kind of pulled themselves apart.
I mean, you can't do that when AKM has the Graviton Surge. If you just fly in and get demeched, then the Graviton is just so easy for them to place on the point. So Dallas Fuel gets a bit of a freebie there.
I mean, that was a little bit of the older Florida on the Dallas here. BQB so close to that grab now. Oh, but Swan is gone. Needs to be a good grab. They lost their main tank. Florida needs to get some kills here.
Can't do it. Transcendence is there, so there's just not enough damage, and Dallas Fuel going to be pushing this one on through.
Dallas is looking so good at the moment. That's the team gotten rid of Swan on the desperation wrecking ball now, but he's going to get wrecked. 2 ticks for sure. About to be taken by Dallas Fuel. Chris being kind of annoying on that Lucio. And Akshon back with the Tracer. How much time can he buy? They've got a good amount of time bank used up here. Florida, that is. BQB on the main now. Can't get behind the wall, though. He's going to be on top of it, and that's where he's going to die here. And Dallas, they take it. Less time in the time bank, but they're up at 4 points here on Temple of Anubis, tied up at 4-4 against Florida Mayhem. Oh, Unko down already. But Saya player pays the price as well. Zachary going in, getting the double kill, setting OGE up for one into Hagopin as well. Dare you fight the Brigitte, Swan? How dare you, you fool! Closer comes in and steals the honorable final blow, but it's looking pretty good for Dallas already.
Yeah, Dallas this time coming in with the Winston. I think that surprised Florida Mayhem because they start diving them nearly immediately.
Yeah.
So mixing it up.
As soon as his shield is done, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Note on the point, he's got that self-destruct. Going after Hagopin with a Buddy Blaster. Zephyr, though, takes AKM down with his own self-destruct to Hagopin, having none of Note's aggression. It looks like this is where the push is going to end for Dallas. They're going to have to settle for 5 points total on this one.
Yeah, Closer bouncing around, trying to make something happen, but that will do it.
Yeah.
Dallas Fuel can still hold, though, on A to win or on B to draw.
Right. And Zephyr getting aggressive. Oh, sleep dart on the Zephyr. That was sick from Unko. He's going to be taken out, but OGE down, though. They couldn't keep him alive during that. There goes Zachary as well. This might be a really quick point A. The sleep darts don't really help you too much if your entire team dies in the process.
I think the biggest part of it, Doa, was that the play was right from Unko. Sleep dart straight to Biotic, but he only hit Chris.
Boy.
Yeah, they're coming back. They have a player up right now. Dallas Fuel in survival mode on this point.
Florida only needs 1 tick, and they've got 2 kills already. 0. Make that 3 as AKM goes down. No more damage. Zephyr does get demacked, but it's not the biggest deal in the world when the entire team is still there. They only need that 1 tick. Oh, that's so close. Can Dallas even get somebody on the point long enough to prevent? Now if somebody dies, there goes Note. He got the self-destruct. Doesn't matter too much, though. Dallas, who do they have on the point right now?
Nano boosted Lucio.
It's going to be the Boostio. Oh, but Closer can't sustain, and that's going to be Florida Mayhem tying things up.
And there's your favorite Florida fan, Noah.
That's right. Now see who can build it a little bit quicker here. The mirrored compositions. Dallas moving back on the point right now. Chris trying to get behind the team. He does displace OG a little bit, and that leads to a kill for Florida. They're doing it again, man.
A side player was on the flank right there, and he gets behind OG. So that's the major play, is the Brigitte gets in between the Dallas Fuel tank and the rest of the team, and that means they're able to take him out relatively quickly. The pressure on OG on this series has been significant. What are they going to do really with a sound barrier to self-destruct? They have to engage with the self-destruct.
Yeah, Zephyr throwing it right into the bookstore, and he gets Unko. Hagopin and Saya player down, though. Note claims a couple supports on the way out here, and AKM with the grab to try to seal the deal. Sound barrier not gaining Florida really anything, and Note doing what Note does best, going in and executing those supports. BQB approaching now with the grab. He's going to just toss it in there. Does not get eaten. OG a little bit low. Zachary in a lot of trouble as well. Self-destruct from Note doesn't equalize enough, and Florida Mayhem will keep this payload going.
Yeah, Florida really on the move right now. Held up temporarily on B after a quick A attack victory.
Florida Mayhem running out of time. They got to try to win a fight, so they can have a long overtime push here. Swan in a lot of trouble. Can they finish him? They can. Self-destruct comes in and picks up Hagopen as well. Crucial members of Mayhem down for the count, and nobody on the payload. Dallas Fuel really managed to rally in that to work with. There's a grab. They're going to use it. They're going to trap Swan inside this statue. Chris drops the sound barrier. Oh, no. Finds Hagopen with the self-destruct. Swan still has not made it out of the statue. He's in there trying to stay safe. Sound barrier, though. Ooh, charge comes in. But Swan can't get the kill. Now he's down, and Dallas Fuel have a chance to finally take point A.
A little bit rough there from the Florida Mayhem, but they didn't have too many options.
Get aggressive here. BQB, though, the one who goes down. OG finishes him with a fire strike, and now with the sound barrier, Dallas trying to put the period on the end of this sentence with a big team fight win. At the end of B, AKM going to dedicate the grab to it as well, though. That's going to be what they need to finish off B. Couple ultimates available.
Yeah, they have seen all of the support right now.
That's a good point. And they're already there. Florida Mayhem on their last defense. Note gets another one. How many times has he killed Hagopen with that self-destruct today? That's insane. How does he do it?
There you go, Noah.
I'll tell you how he does it. He's a genius. That's how. Dallas Fuel finishes King's Row. They are going to take the lead in this series. Note the hero. What an
way back in and win the map, so
anything's possible. It's going to be the grab from AKM, though. Traps a lot of members of Florida. Hagopen does have the Transcendence, though. Able to get enough healing into his team to keep him alive. Big Shatter, though, comes in from OG, setting AKM up for another kill there, and that's going to be point A, taken by Dallas in a pretty quick order.
Yeah, that's a very respectable point. The payload as much as they can. The front line's getting pretty chunked, though, from Florida.
A lot of damage being done by Dallas right now, and that's more. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Again, Note catches Hagopen with the self-destruct.
I mean, he was waiting for that Graviton Surge, right? He sees that it comes in, and he knows they're going to try and walk up to finish off people on the payload, but
around the corner, though, he can't hide there. OG in a lot of trouble, gets the sound barrier, though, just in the nick of time here. Now there's a grab. OG waiting for a chance to drop that shatter after it ends. Might not even need it. Note with the self-destruct just to kind of push the Florida Mayhem players away from the payload here. Grab accomplishes nothing on the Mayhem side of things. Saya player down, Zephyr demeched. Dallas Fuel all over the Mayhem. You may have thought this was your map. The stats were with Florida, but Dallas Fuel looking stellar here on the attack so far.
Hey, they need to punch it in these last few meters. There you go, they have it.
I believe I saw 341 on the time bank.
Yeah, try and collapse onto OG, but can't get him.
Chris caught, went for the big play, got played himself. Saya player down as well. There goes Swan, and Dallas Fuel again not giving an inch to the Florida Mayhem.
Hey, OG playing a bit more passively right now. BQB is going to get staggered, but he was in
too confident, maybe. Note there, though, to stop the payload. They've got another chance. We're in overtime. If Dallas can win this fight right now, they'll win this series. Soundbeer comes in. Note gets Chris. He always finds somebody, and they have the later Soundbeer. They can have those shields. Swan in big trouble as he tries to back away, and he can't get out of the danger in time. Now it's just Saya player with the shield on the payload right now, and Dallas barely getting back to stop the payload from taking a Note. The one to stop it in time for his team, and that's Dallas Fuel punching their ticket to the Stage 2 playoffs.
And here's something for you, Doa. Note did not die on King's Row, and he did not die on Rialto. So 0 deaths for Note in the entire second half of this match. Very well played by the new diva for the Fuel.
That was probably one of the best.
Check out our website at actionesports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.